Welcome to Khetz tutorials, and in this video I'll be doing question 21 from 1.5 exercises in James Stewart calculus. So you're asked to find the inverse of this function. So remember that your f of x is y, those things are equivalent, so let's just keep it as x and y. And let's remember, or let's just quickly revise the steps which you need to follow to find the inverse. You can either swap the x and y here or at a later stage. So you're going to, at some point, swap your x and y, then make y the subject of the formula. That's how you find your inverse. So let's just keep it as it is for now. I'm going to take this one to the left. And I want to eliminate the square root. So I'm going to square both sides. So on this side, I have y minus 1 squared. And on this side, the square root will go away because of that squared that I now introduced. At this point, you can now take the 2 to the left. And this can be swapped around, or you can write this with the x on this side. So I'm just changing the order, but I haven't changed signs, I haven't changed anything like that. I just decided to have this on this side. Okay, then at this point, I'm now going to swap my x and y. So here where I have an x, I'm going to replace that with a y. And here where I have a y, I'll just replace that with an x. And making y the subject would require us to divide both sides by 3. And here, let me just expand this. I have x squared minus 2x plus 1 minus 2. Okay, so it's plus 1 minus 2. And then this works out to x squared minus 2x minus 1. So that is now our inverse. And we can also write the domain of this. Remember that the domain of the inverse is equivalent to the range of the original function. So if you look at this function here, this part can possibly be 0 or any positive number. So this part is greater or equal 0, right? So the smallest value that it can be is 1. That's if this part is 0, then we'll just have that 1 there. So that's the smallest value that the function can take. So the range of the original function is y greater or equal to 1. And that will now become the range of this inverse function which we just found. So you can write that, just say x greater or equal to 1. So that represents the domain.